Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Watering day today. Mounts got done yesterday, so they don't need doing, but I'm just going around all the pots, some of which are still wet. You know, this is it's 9 days since I went around the pots, and I'll say some of them are still wet, so they can wait till next time. It's cool. You know, cool, short days, nothing much is growing. But only the other day I was saying my Dendrobiums are behaving themselves, and they're all behaving as they should be. Yeah, I've just got this one down to water it. No, it's not behaving itself. It's not behaving itself at all. Those buds shouldn't be there yet. So on both of these canes, now these are in fact the canes that completed their growth during the previous winter. So they were the new growths on the plant when I got it. And I got it in the summertime in full bloom from Burnham, so mass-produced jobby forced into bloom. And the two new growths grew on through the rest of the summer and on through the winter. And then they stopped growing in spring, basically, so they've been sitting there doing nothing all through the summer. And they're coming into bud early, which is a nuisance, because it would have been better if they'd waited for this year's growths, the two that I've grown this year. But what it does mean is that after this winter, I think the plant will be properly back in its season, because these buds are going to be out of season. But these two latest growths, this year's growths, look like they're going to wait till spring. I got no guarantee, but anyway, so I've got buds on a nobly. As I said, this was bought out of season, so I'm happy that it's blooming at not quite the right time. I'd have preferred it to have waited, but, you know, it'll be a nice splash of colour when there's nothing much else around. You know, in the spring, the place is going to be full of stuff, isn't it? So, anyway, I just thought I'd say that I've got one naughty Dendrobium misbehaving, but it was half expected, really. So, right, see you next time. I thought I'd add this on the end because I haven't really got anywhere else to put it at the moment. I forgot to film this on Sunday when I said I would, but somebody specifically asked how the zygo was doing and are the roots dying back in the coconut husk. Quite honestly, no. The white roots are still showing white and the tips are still there. So I don't see the roots dying back at the moment. I also don't see new ones coming out from the 3 new growths yet. But the existing root system seems to be hanging in there. In the main. I mean, quite honestly, there shouldn't be a big air gap like that, but I'd have broken the roots. If I'd done any more pushing and shoving, I'd have broken the roots. And I'd rather have a bit of an air gap backed up by a cocoa husk. But anyway, the roots seem okay. I wouldn't say there's a lot of growth activity, but there's no dieback. So the existing root system's successful. Now we're just awaiting the new roots. So I'm pretty confident that's going to make it. That'll be the first repotted zygo I've ever done that's actually shown some progress, or at least not heading backwards. Normally they just head backwards and snuff it, and that's been quite a few. It's not just the odd one. So maybe this one will make it. Who knows? See you next time.